Hello there, my name is McHorse, and welcome to Blockbuster tutorial series. This is episode number 2, and in this video I'll show you how to add skins, edit morphs, and install Blockbuster models. First we need to get some skins. To demonstrate you all the cases which you can encounter, we're going to download 3 different skins. 2 of them are 64 by 64 pixels, but one of these 2 has 3 pixel wide arms, and also a 64 by 32 pixels skin. If you remember from the first episode, there were 3 models, Alex, Steve, and Dummy. Each of them work with one of these skin formats. Alex works with 64 by 64 skins, which is 3 pixels wide arms. Steve, which is actually called Blockbuster.red, works with 64 by 64 skins. And Dummy, which is called Blockbuster.steve, works with 64 by 32 skins. Here, I have 3 different skins opened in 3 browser tabs. Let's download them. Next, we need to open Minecraft's folder. On Windows, it's in users app data/roaming/.minecraft. On macOS, it's in library/application support/Minecraft. However, I use multi-MC, so my path for is different. Anyways, when you get to Minecraft's folder, go to config/blockbuster/models. We're going to place girl's skin first. Go to Alex/skins, and move the girl skin there. Return back to models folder, go to Fred/skins, and place Thanos skin there, because it's 64 by 64 pixels. Return back to models folder again, go to Steve/skins, and place Deadpool skin there, because it's 64 by 32 pixels. Now, let's go to director block and pick the skins for every morph. It can be done by pressing on the model, and then selecting the skin. If we'll play back the scene, we'll see our character acting out while dressed with new skins. Yay. By the way, if you have texture distortion issues like shown right now, you probably put your skins into the wrong folder. If the skin seems to be stretched, you most likely placed a 64 by 32 Steve skin into Alex or Fred folders. If the skin seems to be squashed, you most likely placed a 64 by 64 Alex or 1.8 Steve skin into Steve folder. Beside changing skins of Blockbuster models morphs by using quick access bar, you can also edit morphs. In the morph editor, you can find so many options. Here, you can select pre-made model poses and reset the pose. You can pick a skin using the texture picker GUI from other folders and even subfolders. You can change world and GUI scales. Beside these general options, you can also set up a custom pose via pose editor. For every limb you can edit position, scale and rotation. And finally, you can use body part panel to add multiple kinds of morphs onto limbs, with their own custom transformations to specific limbs. These options should give you a lot of power. Let's edit morphs within director block to give some variety. Beside picking morphs in director block menu, you can morph yourself into different morphs by opening creative morph menu, which is B key by default, selecting a morph and clicking the morph button. In the morph editor, there is also sneaking pose checkbox, which I couldn't show in director block, but basically, it allows you to use selected or custom pose when you sneak. Before I forgot, Blockbuster models support HD and URL skins. You can paste an URL to a skin in the texture picker input field, and it will load the skin. Also, you can acquire morphs by using acquire button within director block or creative menu GUIs. Once you acquire a morph, you will be able to select these morphs from your morphs category. Now finally, let me show you how to install Blockbuster models. We'll install 2 model packs today, 3D overlay and vanilla mobs model packs. Check the description for downloads. Anyways, Once you downloaded 2 zips, let's start with 3D layers characters. To install models you simply unzip an archive and drag and drop the folders within the zip into models folder. That's technically it. Now let's go into Minecraft and change the morph. The 3D overlay model pack models works nicely with default models, so you don't need to place any skins into their own skins folders. As you can see, these models add this voxelized look to outer layers. If before they were flat, now they're volumetric, hence 3D. Anyways, let's just replace the girl, Thanos and Deadpool with 3D models. And after we play back, as you can see, now your actors are 100% cooler. Now let's install the vanilla mob pack. It's done the same way. You just unzip the zip file and drag and drop folders from the zip into Blockbuster's models folder. Let's go back to director block, and now you'll see a lot of new models in Blockbuster's models morph category. Let's change all of our existing characters morphs to vanilla mobs ones. Also, you might ask, why do we need this vanilla model pack if we already can pick morphs from animal morphs or other categories? The answer will shock you. Due to how vanilla morphs work, you can't change poses, scale, add body parts, etc. Meanwhile, with this model pack, you can do all the things you can do with Blockbuster models. And finally, when you place skins, Blockbuster can only detect PNG skins from the skins folder, but not in subfolders or Jpeg or GIF skins. At least not in Blockbuster 1.6 and below. However, in the morph editor, you can click on pick texture, and then you will be able to pick Jpeg or GIF skins within skins folder and subfolders as well. Well, that's basically it. I hope that this tutorial was clear enough. Blockbuster provides more advanced kinds of morphs, but I'll cover them in the future videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.